From Chris TV, this is 6 News at 6.
It's been nearly a year and a half since Hurricane Harvey hit the coastal bend, and as recovery continues, so does the need for financial assistance. Thank you for joining us, everyone. I'm Paulo Salazar. Hurricane Harvey made landfall just 10 days after the 2017 state legislative session ended, and as the 2019 session begins, a lot of communities still are trying to rebuild, and they're hoping lawmakers will set aside the funding needed to help them recover. But that could prove to be difficult. Chris 6 News reporter Greg Chandler joins us now to explain why. Greg.
Paulo, paying for Hurricane Harvey recovery, I should say, is on the legislative agenda. But so are other big issues like public school funding, transportation, property tax cuts. Now, funding those could leave a very small slice of the budget pie for Harvey victims. With the state legislature getting to work in Austin, local leaders are waiting to see how much, if any money, lawmakers give the coastal bend for hurricane recovery.
People really underestimate what happened and think everything's okay. It's been over a year now and things are back to normal, and that's just not really the case.
Nueces County Commissioner Brent Chesney represents Port Aransas. He wants lawmakers to use part of the state's $15 billion rainy day fund on places like Port A, still recovering from the storm. But lawmakers are only allowed to spend half the fund.
It's going to be a matter of how you allocate those funds and what you do with them, but hopefully they'll realize that the most hard-hit areas was in Port Aransas, Texas, which is in Nueces County.
In Port Aransas, the main concern is housing, namely the lack of affordable options here since the hurricane.
We need somehow to get people in houses.
Mayor Charles Bouillon estimates Port A lost 350 homes in the storm. That's housing for 1,500 people. Almost half the city's population of 3,800. He's asking the state for $8 to $10 million to build new homes, but Bouillon knows there are no guarantees.
We have already programs in place that will allow us to compete for the monies that are there.
Both Chesney and Bouillon put their hopes in local lawmakers.
Our representatives are well versed. They're very powerful members of the legislature, and we're counting on them to bring home some of that relief money.
Now, Mayor Bouillon says most aid that went to Port A came from FEMA and other federal agencies. He said the city only received $300,000 from the state right after the storm, while other communities got millions.